I think we can split this into two different kinds of companies, where you talk about mid-sized companies in India, which is my focus area as the editor of Inc. India, is of course their consumer trends. And if you look at e-commerce companies, you see sort of carpet bombing of advertising and marketing campaigns by a Myntra or a Snapdeal or Flipkart. Every time you go to the airport and take a flight and there's a 3-week gap, you would see your boarding passes are printed at the back by either a Flipkart, next time it's Myntra, the third time it's Snapdeal. So of course there's a lot of money that the mid-size homegrown Indian companies are spending on consumer recall, and we all know that in the e-commerce it's a market share game, so they need to be out there, they need to, their names to be heard and seen and remembered. So of course that happens, and I think a lot of those companies follow the best principles of marketing, they get the best agencies to do it. But I think what's really important in the Indian mid-size space is there are a lot of companies which are B2B players, and for them this kind of mass recall isn't necessary or needed, and they don't either have the marketing dollars or don't need to spend those marketing dollars in mass advertising. For them, there are two ways where they need their brands to stand out. One is because a 500 crore company in India, if it's working in specialty chemicals, for example, is often a market leader globally in that product, and is competing with companies in Europe or in the US for that product. So they need to look and feel the part of a global player, a global leader in that community. So I think marketers need to understand that the marketing needs are that focused, and to be able to deliver to those needs. Second, I think a lot of mid-size players in India have interesting work to offer, are willing to give compensation packages which are attractive or even higher than industry standards, because this is the community which is actually growing and has the ability to do this, but they are not attractive places to work. And I think a lot of the marketing efforts with all the CEOs or the founders I met of B2B mid-sized companies, their biggest challenge always is that we don't have the right talent to do this. We find it very difficult to get somebody from an IBM or a Microsoft to work with us. Although the scope of our work is more challenging, we can show them greater growth, but that doesn't happen. So I think for a marketer, there is a huge opportunity and scope to create and help these companies become attractive places to work. So that's, I think, an under-tapped need that the companies need and the marketers aren't able to sort of deliver. I think another big thing is the digital marketing piece. I mean, everywhere you go, you hear about mobile uploads increasing, YouTube being the second most searched website in the world, consumption of content coming through mobile, India being a mobile first economy, all of that. Sadly, the power of digital, which is really for mid-sized companies, because they don't have they can't advertise on NewsHour or during the IPL or in the Filmfare Awards. And I think here the marketing community and the community of digital marketers need to introspect. I've often felt that several mid-sized companies have tried ambitious and attractive campaigns to do this. You know, they've all been told by digital marketers to have a Facebook page or to have a Twitter page and to engage people online without really understanding the objectivity of it. An empty like really does not make sense. If you're tweeting, what are you tweeting? The content of the tweet has to be relevant to your objectives as a brand. That hasn't happened, and I think a lot of companies have therefore burned their fingers with the digital marketing agencies they've worked with. So instead of the needle being pushed that more and more companies are going it, I think a lot of companies which started out, tried it, are actually now very wary. So a marketer needs to be really relevant, ROI focused, to be able to get these companies to try digital again. And the power of the digital really hasn't been done well enough, or marketers haven't educated our mid-sized CEOs on the power of digital, the ability of digital, and the scope of what digital can do for them. So I think in the next 1 year, one really hopes that piece of the puzzle is sorted, both for marketers and for the mid-sized community. I think more than a trend, I would see it as a scarcity problem. Is content. Who really creates great content? Where does great content come from? And I think people, and here I think the leadership of companies will have to take onus, because nobody really knows the brand as a leadership does or the management does. Very few people in top management work hard to equip themselves with skills that will help them generate content. And this isn't something you can leave to just a marketing team or outsource it to one great marketing consultant and be able to do. It's something you have to understand and to live. So I don't know if this will be a trend, but I think going forward, this is something that leadership teams across companies need to internalize, need to educate themselves on, need to get their teams clued in on what content is and how everybody should be creating content, not two young interns who they got from MBA colleges who are sitting and tweeting. That's not going to work. Don't waste your time.